The biggest visions and the most tremendous lives, they aren't built from blueprints. They're built from feedback. Today, we're talking about the invisible staircase method, which is a very simple but powerful formula of actualizing your potential, which we talk about on this channel. So the invisible staircase method of self-actualization is based on architectural principles and my own experience. Because building a beautiful life or business has a lot in common with actually building an incredible house or city. So before I get into the very practical framework here of finding your mission and setting your daemon on fire, let's understand the universal principles of beauty in cities and nature. So we're going to be talking about Christopher Alexander here. And Christopher Alexander was an architect that died recently who had very provocative ideas that clashed a lot with modern architecture. You see, Alexander's basic idea is that beauty emerges from a process, not a final blueprint. But modern architecture is obsessed with creating final blueprints and forcing the process to conform to them. Creating final blueprints and forcing the house to conform to it, forcing the city to conform to the urban planning. And he argued that this creates ugly Frankensteins of cities, and I tend to agree with him. Have you ever been in a planned city or a suburb like in Denver or LA? They feel soulless. They feel like just like scattered metal blobs, and everything isn't working together. Compare that to a place like Vienna or this European city here or Amsterdam. These places and many of the older cities in Europe, they feel unfathomably different. Alexander, he called this quality the quality without a name. And it's this feeling of aliveness, of wholeness, of comfortability, of freedom that you find in a great city, but you also find it in a forest. A forest is the best example of the quality without a name. And this is going to deeply apply to the business, the art projects, and the great life you want to live. So in a forest, when a tree sprouts and it's growing, is a tree growing to some ineffable ideal in the etheric world? Probably. It has some intuition of what it could be. I want to be a really big, tall, strong, and beautiful tree. Great. But then it starts growing, and what does it do? It sprouts. And then it adapts to conditions. Where's the light coming in? Where are the other trees around me? How's the soil quality? Oh, I'm going to sprout a limb this way. Oh, take that one back. I'm going to sprout this way. Hey, this is working for me. And it creates a very unique tree. Every tree in the forest is different. Every leaf on the tree is different. And yet they all work together to create this feeling of wholeness, of peace, of alive connectivity. And this tree, did it have a final blueprint? No. The tree had a final ideal, but it was growing step by step and adapting to conditions. And this is what generates organic beauty in all things. Not even the greatest geniuses, right, could plan the complexities of a beautiful city. That is your puny mind playing at God. Your puny mind can't grasp the final form of your business, your vision, or really any project. Writing a book, for instance, that's way too big of a project for my mind to grasp until it organically emerged. You see, blueprints and grand dreams and trying to plan a city is your ego playing at God. It's in fact your ego playing at something more than God, because perhaps God himself doesn't even know his final form, but is evolving towards ultimate complexity and beauty. The universe is evolving towards ever more complexity and beauty, creating higher life forms and more complex societies. And this is all based on the principles of organic emergence. And this is obviously the superior way to build anything. And it also makes life so much more comfortable, joyous, and powerful along the way. So the invisible staircase method, I've come to realize that this is how all things of real beauty come into existence. Maybe you have a vague dream for your life, an ideal that you're shooting for. That's beautiful. But the way to achieve it is not planning it out. Oh, I want to build a village with my friends. That's my dream, right? It's very grandiose. It's like, should I sit here and plan every detail of what an intentional community and the academy that I want to build will look like? Absolutely not. Most of the dreams and grand blueprints I've made for writing a book, for building a business, for building anything in my life, for becoming who I am today, all of them go out the window at first contact with reality. It's crazy. Sun Tzu wrote about this in the Art of War. It's like most battle plans go out the window at first contact. And what do you fall back on? Principles. You look at the next stair in front of you. And as you start ascending the invisible staircase, you take one step and then the next stair appears. And then the next stair appears. And then the next stair appears. And as you start climbing this, your actual vision and dream, it becomes more clear to you. And as it becomes more clear, it starts magnetizing you towards it. But the interesting thing about the invisible staircase is so many people are in the clouds dreaming about what they want to be, or they're down here like not really sure what they want to be and having no motivation to achieve anything. And it's because they're looking too far. So basically, if you have a dream, like let's say for me, I want to build a village with my friends. I've always wanted to do that. Like the first step, what's the first step? Well, you know what? I'm called to make a YouTube channel, I'm called to talk about spirituality and do these different things. And I started that YouTube channel. It led me on a really long journey, right? And the second step was okay, I need to start making some money, and I started doing coaching. I've been doing one-on-one coaching for 6 or 7 years now to earn freedom. And then, many, many steps later, this is more like the hundredth step, right? I'm sitting in Denver. Me and my girlfriend just broke up, and I'm like, dude, I really want to travel the world and go meet people that I'm connecting with through my YouTube channel. It's okay, I need to have a successful business. I need to create a filter that, helps me find the right people in the world. Essentially, right now, I'm about to travel the world. I am traveling the world with friends I've met online. It's like a dream slowly coming true. But I never could have seen where I'm at right now 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like trying to architect your life is faulty. I think we should, get inspired and have dreams of the future. But ultimately, there's a step right in front of you. Think about how many times in your life, right? You've had a grand idea. You're like, dude, I'm going to start this app and it's going to, help people find friends or something. Or, I'm going to start this app that connects music artists to their fans. And you start it and you thought it was a great idea, but then it suddenly failed from a variety of sources you didn't see. And this is the issue with blueprints in general, is they can't adapt for all the different factors in reality. And therefore, the blueprint doesn't fucking matter. What really matters is that you have a vague ideal that you're shooting for, and that you're going forward, taking each step and adapting to conditions like the tree growing in the forest. And when you actually do this, not only do you actualize your real potential in a very unique way, but you actualize that potential in relationship to the world, in relationship to other people. And therefore, this is how we could actually build a tribe with our friends, right?